The AFC East has had a lot of changes this offseason. Let's talk about them. Hey guys, I'm Dixie Port, and I'm back to you with another video. I know I've been gone for a while, but I've been extremely busy, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been extremely busy, but now I'm back, and we're going to do some training camp previews, starting with the AFC East. Alright, we're going to start with the Buffalo Bills, and for the Bills, the biggest question is going to be Josh Allen in year 3. In his second year, Josh Allen had a very solid season, and the Bills got back to the playoffs for the second time in 3 years. Now, the Bills are favorites to win the AFC East after the departure of Tom Brady, which I will get to later. But it's all going to come down to how Allen performs in his third year. Can he continue to improve? Because if he can't, I don't care how good the Bills defense is going to be. A bad quarterback is not going to get you far. Now we're moving on from the quarterback to the receivers, specifically Stephon Diggs. The Bills got Stephon Diggs in a trade with the Minnesota Vikings, and this is very important. We're going to see how he's going to fit into this offense come this season. And it's very important that he and Allen have a connection early on. They want him to be their number one receiver. That's the one thing I felt was missing from the receiving core last year, a number one receiver. Now they might have one in Stephon Diggs, but it's all going to depend on how him and Allen get along. And the last thing I want to talk about is Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver was the 9th overall pick in 2019. He had a solid rookie season. Can he become one of the top defensive tackles in the league in his second year? I am a big fan of Ed Oliver. I think he's going to be a great player for them. Now, can he take the big jump from year 1 to year 2? The biggest question with Miami is at the same position as Buffalo's biggest question, and specifically Tua Tagovailoa. Is he going to be ready to go week 1? Is he going to be a day 1 starter? That's the question. I'm not entirely sure on that. Remember, he's coming off a hip injury, and he's going to be a rookie. I don't care how talented a rookie is. Sometimes they are not ready to go right away, and we'll see if Tua's going to be ready. And the last thing is, who's going to emerge from this group? The Dolphins, they're not ready to compete right now. We all know that. But this is the season where you're going to start to see the future stars of this team. Who are the young players on this team that are going to start to emerge as future players for this team? Alright, let's talk about this. Tom Brady is no longer New England Patriot. He signed with the Tampa Bay Bucks in free agency. Now, it looks like Jarrett Stidham is going to get the first shot at the starting quarterback job that Brady has held since 2001. This is big. I don't know if he's ready. It is really tough to judge when a quarterback is going to be ready until he is under center. And if he struggles in training camp and in the preseason, then he's not going to be the starting quarterback right away. They're going to give that to Brian Hoyer. Now, one thing that's going to help who's ever playing quarterback for the Patriots is the receiving core. And the one guy that needs to emerge is N'Keal Harry. N'Keal Harry was their first round pick in 2019. He got hurt. He missed half of the season. And when he was on the field, he just didn't have a connection with Brady. Can he put the struggles of his rookie season behind him and become a solid receiver for the Patriots? This is big if N'Keal Harry can develop for them, because that gives who's ever playing quarterback a solid option for them. And I want to talk about their defense. They had a tremendous defense last year. The reason they went undefeated for as long as they did was their defense, because they were so good. The offense didn't have to score that many points. But can they repeat that? That is very tough to do, and they've lost some pieces of that in free agency. That's the big question. Is this defense still going to be one of the best in the NFL? Alright, I talked about quarterbacks with the other 3. I might as well talk about it with the Jets. Sam Darnold in year 3, this big. Now Darnold, he had mono very early on last year, and when he got back on the field, he struggled a little bit, but he still showed promise of being the Jets' future. Can he take the next step from year 2 to year 3 and show the Jets that, yes, I am your franchise quarterback. I am the guy that can lead you to a deep run in the playoffs and maybe get you a Super Bowl? The Jets have been waiting a long time for that. The Jets may have had the worst offensive line in the league last year, and the receiving core wasn't any better. Now they look to improve on that. They drafted a tackle in the first round, and they made some moves to improve the receiving core. Is it going to work? Can this offensive line protect Sam Darnold, and can this receiving core help him out? That's the question. All right, guys. That was the AFC East training camp preview, and next up is going to be the NFC East. I'll see you then.